All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of my podcast. So it's finally happened. It has finally happened. We have another war criminal in the White House, and it's Joe Biden this time. And I think this is the first war crime he's committed. I could be wrong about that, but I believe this is his first one, and it's a pretty big one. And of course, this is as anticipated. I mean, if there's anything that I would ever expect to happen, that I would ever bet my life on for a president to do, especially an establishment president, I would bet for them to commit a war crime. Because basically, every single post World War II president, I'd say, is a war criminal. There really is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, Trump committed several war crimes, Obama committed several, Bush committed God knows how many. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And this one is extremely important. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you may have heard about this, maybe you didn't, but I'm here to tell you there's this thing called cluster bombs. It is basically, I'll explain it to you. It is basically a bomb that you will set off and it basically scatters in a specific area. But the problem is with these bombs is their failure is very high. I think there's over like a 1% chance that they don't go off. And if you spread like thousands of them around like a certain area, you have no idea like when it'll go off. It could be like the fuck was that? Sorry, I just heard something that scared the shit out of me. And it'll go off like years. It could go off years later. So if there are civilians around, this thing could just blow up and like blow off someone's head or leg or blow up a school building. I mean, who knows what'll happen? So the UN looked at this and they were like, well, that's fucked up. We don't want to kill civilians, so they outlawed it. They're like the UN basically said the US was there. We knew what was happening. You can't use cluster bombs. It's against the law. It's part of international law. Now you can't do this. And so the US was like, international law. Forget it. Fuck it. We're sending them anyway. So we're sending cluster bombs into Ukraine, and we're going to drop them all over the place, and they're going to blow up on civilians, probably. So that's a war crime. Joe Biden's a war criminal now. And it's funny because Republicans specifically, they've been trying to go after him for lots of things. For example, I mean, I don't know, like the Hunter Biden stuff, like this, and that, corruption, impeachment, impeach him now. You can impeach him over this if you want to. I mean, it's an actual war crime. You can impeach somebody over a war crime. That is one of the most impeachable offenses. So go after him. But they won't. And it's ridiculous. It's right there. I mean, you can impeach the guy. This is a war crime. I mean, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, man. And you know why it doesn't make any sense? This is especially damning. If you're president, you can send cluster bombs, use illegal weapons, send them to another country in which they could kill civilians, but you can't snort coke with your son and use his broken laptop to watch like Brazzers flicks. I mean, who knows what they do with that broken laptop that Hunter had at the repair shop? I mean, what are they doing? Lines off of Kamala? What's happening in that White House? I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be as big a problem as, I don't know, putting people in danger. I mean, when it comes to... I wonder why the world laughs at us. I wonder why they see us more as a threat. Because we look at international law. We actually forget international law. We think several laws, especially when it comes to foreign policy, don't apply to us. So we're just like, yeah, let's just disobey. It doesn't apply. We're spreading democracy. It's freedom. War doesn't end, okay? It just keeps continuing, and this is why. This is what I talk about. This is the very thing that I hate about foreign policy, is we keep doing stupid-ass things like this. I don't get it. And it's funny because former White House Secretary Jen Psaki literally said, and I'm paraphrasing this quote, but she said, if we were to send cluster bombs to Ukraine, it would be a war crime. She said that like last year. And then she stepped off the White House set and went on to the MSNBC set. I don't know if you know this. They're actually in the same location, very same location. It's called Washington, D.C., it's MSNBC is actually in the White House. They actually are like the same exact thing. Because, and I have proof of this, because a couple weeks ago, Biden was doing an interview with Nicole What's-Her-Face, and in the middle, actually, the interview was ending, and instead of waiting for the commercial, he just walked off the set. I mean, after all, the White House owns MSNBC, so he just steps right off. It doesn't matter. By the way, I watched this interview, or I didn't watch it, I listened to some of it when I was working out, and these are some softball questions, man. I mean, seriously. Here we go. This is where it gets good. Look at him. He just gets up. It's incredible, man. It's incredible. Uh, okay. Yeah, so this is just par for the course for American politics. We have war criminals and um, um, a mental ward patient in the White House. So yeah, the things are going like they should be. It is scripted exactly how it should. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.